so many times I felt inferior amongst people. I felt not accepted most of the time, but I kept it, I kept at it, I kept at it, I kept at it, I kept at it. I was persistent, I was persistent, I was persistent. And what made me to be able to get in was I kept developing my skills. I kept learning things. I kept acquiring knowledge. And that knowledge made me to be one step ahead of most of the people I meet. So I have solutions to that problem. I have answer. I have something to contribute. So when they see me as a man, as a resourceful person, somebody who have expertise that will solve problem for them, then they're not starting association with me. So my accent, my color became my brand.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another wonderful episode of the Diaspora Entrepreneurs Podcast. Today, we have an amazing teacher, amazing coach, and this guy is very, very insightful and very passionate about what he's doing. It's a focus guru, to be precise, because he's the founder and CEO of the Focus Guru. He is no other person than Efe Ohwofasa. Efe, welcome to the Diaspora Entrepreneurs Podcast.
Thank you. Our chief podcast, the Diaspora Superstar Videos here.
Yes,
Thank you for inviting me here and having me here on your show today. It's exciting to be here this evening with you.
Yeah, the good thing is, very soon I'm going to make you a regular on this show, because we need your expertise regularly as diasporans. So, I just found out that you are one of the directors of the Bournemouth Chambers of Commerce. What is going on, my brother? You're just going up and up and up. That is what I wish for you, anyways.
Amen. Thank you very much. Thank you. Well, it's all about being passionate about what your life is about, being passionate about what you have found as a destiny call, be passionate about the meaning you have found about your life and giving it everything you've got to make it count, to impact humanity, and in the process of making impact, of creating value, you're creating your own destiny by making money, creating a lifestyle that you truly desire. So that's what, and that I became not just hungry, I became obsessed about everything that I need to do, obsessed about success, obsessed about avoiding poverty, because growing up was very, 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 very difficult for me. I grew up in abject poverty. I lacked everything you can mention every young man will have access to growing up. So I was in a high street when I was 12 years old till when I was 22 years old. So it affected me emotionally, it affected my academics, it affected my self-esteem, it affected everything about me. But thank God, when I was 22, I discovered personal development, which taught me how to look inward, how to believe in yourself, how to have vision. And I became obsessed and I want to make a difference in the lives of people. And I had an opportunity to come to the UK. You don't know how I came here, but I came. My obsession was so much, so I got trained to become a coach. I got trained professionally to become a speaker and do what I do today now.
Wow, that is very, very passionate. See, it's just like from the street to becoming a director of one of the most reputable chambers of commerce in the UK. So how did you go from how is the journey like?
The journey is been very, very tough, rough, and I'm grateful for the tough and the tough, difficult time in the past because they made me to be very strong. I read a book when I was 24 years old, and the book was written by Robert Schuller, titled "When the Going is Tough, the Tough People Get Going." If you haven't read that book, I recommend you read that book. When the Going is Tough, but that book told me that tough times it makes you become stronger in life, and that was really what happened to me. So what kept me going was the challenges helped me to look inward. To look inward, who am I? What am I? Where am I going? I began to ask myself that question, which gave meaning to me, which made me become obsessed and hungry for success. And when I came to the UK, that hunger, that obsession to become, to live purposely, to make impact, got me to go into the community, to interact with the community. At the beginning, it was very difficult because where I found myself, I happened to be the only black guy, not just a black guy, the only Nigerian man with a Nigerian accent trying to build a business that had to do with coaching, mentoring, public speaking, and all that. So it took determination. But among it all, if you ask me now to advise or to mentor somebody who want to start out as a diaspora in this development, we will find there are three principles I want to share with the person. But one of them is they need to give themselves the permission to serve with their gifts, the permission to serve with what they have gotten, the permission to serve humility. Give yourself the permission, and that permission comes from you believing that you have something within you, that you have something great. You have an expertise, you have knowledge, you have skill, your life experience, the struggles, the successes, the achievements, the disappointments. These are assets that you have acquired in the last few years of your life, and you have to give yourself permission to teach people what you did or what you are doing and to serve. That is the first principle that really helped me. And the second principle is you have to take it seriously that you are in a life of giving contribution, of making an impact with who you are. Life is beyond just you living every day, surviving to pay the rent, to pay the mortgage, and to do whatever. It's beyond you. You take it seriously and ask yourself, what am I about? So that mindset is what makes you to go and search for what you can do, and it makes you attract opportunity of people, resources, and things that will help you in the past to do what you need to do with your life.
Wow.
Principle
Wow.
number three, you have to now look for what is it, the enterprise within you. That is, can you trade something for value? Can you become an entrepreneur? Can you go and get trained? I'm not talking about university here. I'm not talking about going to school and having a degree or whatever. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about can you train yourself for a trade? Can you educate yourself about a business you're passionate about and learn what entrepreneurship is really about? And entrepreneurship is simply put, finding a problem and providing solution to them, or creating, taking an existing solution, taking it to somewhere there is problem, and you become a person who is responsible in providing the solution to solve problem. When that is in place, you will attract opportunity, and in the process, you will make money in doing that. That's what happens.
That's it. That will bring that's why I love talking to you. That will bring us to the actual topic that we're here to discuss on this particular episode, which is how to use the power of focus and to build impact, to build influence, and
Okay,
ultimately generate income as an entrepreneur.
good. How to use the power of focus. Focus is very, very key. Those who are focused are those who are living a life of fulfillment, and those who are not are those who are living a very distracted life. The great book of life, the Bible says, if the eye is single, the whole body will be full of light. If the eye is single, the whole body will be full of meaning. If you have a definite purpose in life, you will believe with passion and persistence. Now, when it comes to the part of being focused now, and increasing your impact, your influence, and your income in the process in the world of entrepreneurship is make up your mind. What is it you want to do and get known? Because in business, we may all have different expertise, different skills. But if you want to go out there and put yourself and doing everything that comes, you will be feel overwhelmed. You will be stressed out. So the first thing is Pick one thing you want to do. If it's a business, if it's a consultancy, if, for example, if it's in my industry, you want to go into speaking, coaching, um, consulting, or business. Pick one thing
So
and be known for that thing. In using the power of focus to create a lifestyle in from our own personal experience, because I meet with a lot of people. I've been a public speaker, hosting events, and I coach a lot of executives, entrepreneur leaders. You will not be surprised that most of these people called who are working in the corporate world, majority of them don't like that job. Majority are not fulfilled with the job they are doing. They don't have option, but they are doing it just to be able to meet their everyday experience, expenses and the daily life demand to pay rent, to pay bills. If you are married, to meet them, you're not happy. So majority would not want to go get out of that job and start a business in that line. Majority are in that kind of job, but they have something within them they are passionate about. They have this secret passion within them. They're obsessed, thing they really want to do. So the first thing is they have to realize and ask themselves, what do I really want to do? I don't like this job I'm doing right now. What have I always thought of doing that I've not been able to do? If I knew I wouldn't fail, if I am guaranteed success, what would I do? This is a question they need to ask themselves. And if they're really genuine about answering that question and say, let's assume I will not fail. Let's assume everything is in my possession. What would I do? It could be somebody have a passion to do cleaning. You could be working in a company in a bank as an executive director, but your passion is for cleaning. I guarantee that person, if you work towards building a cleaning company gradually, within the next 1 or 2 years, you will establish a well established cleaning business because it's your passion. Or if you have passion for technology or computer, and you say, okay, I want to teach young people how to use computer. My passion is to set up an academy teaching young people how to use computer. And if you follow that passion that they're very passionate about, within a period of time, you will build a business. I'm talking from experience. I have passion to speak to people because I want to make people to feel good. I want to see people to succeed. I want to see people to grow and make progress. And that passion of being speaking to people got me to train to become a professional speaker, got me to train to become a professional life coach. And I now look for a job that has to do with selling. So I worked for a company for 2 years. I had to do with selling in dealing with people, building my skills. And gradually, I began to do seminars. I began to look for opportunities to speak to groups because it's my passion. I did it for many years without having any money being paid to me. But the story has changed today. So the first focus system is what is it? Is your passion. What is it that eats you up? When you are alone, sleeping, when in the bathroom, when in the toilet, when on your on the bus, you think about what is that thing? Figure it out. Put it down. Then secondly, ask yourself this question. Who is doing this thing I have been thinking of doing? Who is excelling in it? Who are the experts? What are the books they've written? What are the seminars they hold? How can I go and learn about this book? You study these people and you learn from them because you have to live the success of other people. That is the first requirement I will recommend to these people.
yeah, you see you from my research and previous discussion with you, you were working in the corporate environment for some time, and now you are doing amazing stuff all over the UK. So how if we take your journey into context now, when you started and now you are a director obviously at the Bournemouth Chambers of Commerce. Can you just take us through your journey and we may learn from that?
Okay. First of all, let me clarify what I do. The Bournemouth Chamber of Commerce, I'm a board of directors. That is just one of the things I do to support my community. I own a business. I run my own company called the Focus Guru Groups of Company. It's a training consulting firm where I work with individuals and organizations and entrepreneurs. I help them to increase their productivity, performance, and profitability. I run mastermind group, excuse me. I run workshop and I consult with companies. I do it with all passion. Now, back to your question. I think what has helped me to survive till now, I'm not where I am today. I'm still learning. I'm still growing. What has helped me to survive till now, even when I was doing jobs that I didn't like, when I was working with things I didn't like, what has helped me to survive till now is passion and vision. I knew my vision. I knew what my life was all about. And I said, I will maintain focus. And when I knew my vision, I didn't compare myself to my friends who I knew back then who are working in oil company, who are who have business and everything. I knew what I wanted to do. I appreciated my friend who are working in oil company, they're making millions of pounds, buy house and everything. I appreciated it. The mindset I said I am focused this way, and that focus kept me going. I held on to it. So it is finding a vision and learning as you go, trying things, taking actions, failing, learning from your failures, looking out for what worked well. You repeat what you did well. And the things you did that did not do well, you run away from them and you try new things. The thing is to try. Just take action because there are a lot of people working in the corporate world today. One, they are scared. Two, they are not sure of what is out there in the marketplace. Three, they keep saying, what about if I don't succeed? And I keep telling people, what if you succeed?
Wow.
What if you succeed?
Wow, because most of the time we mostly focus about the negatives, the negative outcomes.
Yeah,
And whereas
yeah,
it's there's two sides to the coin. You have the negative and
yeah,
the positive. What if the positive happens and you succeed?
yeah, yeah. So those are the things. Then the second thing is you want to find your domain where you belong. Because even now, look into the social media today. There's a lot of distraction. You go on Facebook, you see different things, you go on Twitter. You have to be very focused on your own assignments. You focus, then you now ask yourself, what skill do I need that will help me accelerate my results quickly? What skill do you need to learn? Like for me, I have to ask myself, what are the skills do I need to survive and to thrive in the coming time myself? One of the skills that I needed was public speaking skill. I had to go and pay money and learn how to speak in public so that I can stand out and present myself and accepted. And the first time I got paid to do what I'm doing today was when I went to speak to a group for free of charge because I was able to present myself in a structured way. I made an offer for the first time. I got my first paying clients. From there, I've been doing it over and over. And just yesterday, I was privileged to speak at an event for just 45 minutes. In just 45 minutes, I made what they pay the corporate people in a month in 45 minutes. I made more than that. So, what are the skills you need? What are the skills do you require? Go and acquire the skill. And if you acquire the skill, it will enhance your confidence, it will enhance your mindset, and to make you to do something new and big in the industry or whatever you want to do with yourself.
Great. So on your still focusing on your journey because the when you started, was it like an easy flow? Was it how was your support structure like?
You mean in the UK or before I came to the UK?
Yeah, in the UK, yeah. But if you want to throw some light on before you came in, fine. But in the UK, yeah.
In the UK, yeah, it wasn't easy. And it's not even easy right now as well. The reason I say that is I am a man with a color skin. And the community I found myself, it's not like those people who live in London City. where you can see mixture of people of our skin. I live in a community where I am the only man with the color skin, with the accent. It was difficult. So many times I felt inferior amongst people. I felt not accepted most of the time, but I kept it. I kept at it. I kept at it. I kept at it. I kept at it. I was persistent. I was persistent. I was persistent. And what made me to be able to get in was I kept developing my skills. I kept learning things. I kept acquiring knowledge. And that knowledge made me to be one step ahead of most of the people I meet. So I have solutions to that problem. I have answer. I have something to contribute. So when they see me as a man, as a resourceful person, somebody who have expertise that will solve problem for them, then they're not starting association with me. So my accent, my color became my brand.
You have some interesting stories, like people coming to your face to like tell you about your resistance, like you are not supposed to be here, or
Yes, I've had it. Going to places where you find yourself as the only person different in that regard. The way people look at you and all those things. There was at the initial stage, I went to a group because I was told for you to start and build your business, go to networking meetings in the local community, and I did that at the stage. I went to a group and we were asked to introduce ourselves, which I did. I introduced myself and what I do. And within a period of 10 minutes, a lady walked up to me and said, Mr. Man, Efe, we are both in the same business and the same industry. We cannot have it here. We cannot have two of us here like this. And she said, please, this we don't want people two people of us here. So I didn't know. I didn't know what she meant, what she was saying. So I just laughed over it. And the week afterwards, I went back and right on the spot from the door, I was not allowed to come in. I was told to go back. And that really affected me. I said, wow, that could be very wrong. So I left and I went home and I said, this is very difficult. Is this really meant for me? So I stopped going out, I stopped doing networking, and I kind of felt depressed about it. So and when I was asked not to come back, and I said, wow. I went back home and I said, okay, I'm not going to go into the community anymore. I don't think I can do it. I'm not fit enough. But it got dawned on me one evening. I was wondering, I said, that is not my destiny. I cannot allow that to stop me. I said, okay, I will go to the community and create opportunity for myself. So I printed flyers, venue, started inviting people to my own networking meeting and group. So I went to one networking meeting, invited people, people came. The first time I did it, I think I had about 14, 17 people. I did it again. So it became some people were not talking about, which now opened doors of opportunity for me, which now make people to see me as a standout personality with what I do. And that opened,
you had to create your own opportunity for yourself, and you went out.
yes, I went out, printed flyers, moving to now inviting people to come to my own thing. So it's the same thing. If you want to start a business, you just have to make up your mind and go out. Get out of the comfort of your home. Get out of the comfort of, of the things you do. Just go out, feel the fear, and just do it. And the best thing, if you get out and take some action, you will attract opportunity and people who want to support you. And when you do it consistently enough, you'll be known for it, and then you now become back for yourself.
Yeah, because most time when people face that kind of resistance, of like in your face resistance, they just like go into their shell and just remain there and just like remain cruising in their comfort zone. And you know what? When you bring that idea come out again, or when that thing spark in their brain again, they will just find a way to like kill it and
Yeah,
just douse it out. And this is where they
that's
start like
correct.
this is where they start affecting other people who have same passion, who wants to do the
Yeah,
same. They just like mostly sometimes in our community, they just say like, you want to go and do that thing, it will not work. Don't even try it. It's not for people
yeah.
like you. So, but you
Mm.
actually went out of not the conventional way of networking, going to establish network. You have to like create your own network yourself.
Yeah, yeah, yes. I created my own network myself, and Yeah. One thing I would add, okay, one thing I would add to that. If you want to go venture into the world of entrepreneurship, there are two things you must learn and master. That is selling and marketing. Because you can have great products, you can have a passion, you can have great service, you can have great expertise and knowledge and this. You have to learn. You have to be very confident to be able to sell yourself and market yourself. And the difference is this: marketing is doing things, doing activities that get attention of people, and people kind of show interest in what you do. The sales is converting those interests and attention you get into cash and money. So you must learn how to sell. Like for me, I paid and invested money in one of the American guys. I remember I paid £5,000, $5,000 to learn some marketing and sales skills. And I went out there and I tried it. And when I started making money, I started getting clients. So you must learn how to sell yourself, how to market yourself, how to ask for the money. If not, you will not make money. So if you're thinking of going into business, don't just be carried away with the good business idea and the passion. Go and learn how to market that passion of yours or that business idea of yours, and also learn how to sell, that is, how to package your product and how to ask for the money and how to get paid in what you do.
Yeah, that's very insightful because if you if you have passion alone does not really cut it. Passion can take you to the next, no, let me not say next level, but passion can take you through any wall, any resistance. Passion can take you out of it. Passion can walk through water, walk on top water. Passion can walk through fire, can your passion will definitely carry you. But you need to learn how to ask for the money and be give yourself the permission to be able to serve, give yourself the permission to know that you are worth your salt, give yourself the permission to put yourself out there.
Yeah,
And you've
it's
and
very
you've
important.
actually done it, and people are looking up to you, people are like coming to you to like ask for your guidance, ask for your support. Now, on the base of what we've been talking about, which is focus on how to like to build your impact. You've spoken about income, you've spoken about impact. How does it affect your influence? How does focus affect your influence?
Influence, when you are focused and you are known for something and you provide value and you solve problems and you make impact, you attract opportunity and you attract people to you. So influence is simply put when you are on a place of providing, leading, guiding, and producing solutions and guidance to people. So if you are in a community and you are known as somebody who is a go-to in one thing or the other, you become influential. And after you gain that place, position of, like, for example, I'll give you an example. Now, there is somebody who is hosting an event, and the person does not know what to do and how to do it. But this person has been following me for some time now, knowing that I do events, I run events, and people come to me to invite to events. So he now need some help in doing that. And that person has come to me, and I show and talk to the person about what to do. So that is what I call a little bit of an influence in my community. She has come to me now to me. So I'm not showing her, telling her what to do. So becoming an influential person is putting yourself in a place of service. When you serve, when you provide solution, people look up to you, but not in a place of you actually going to ask and ask and ask and ask and ask and collect and collect. Gone are the days when we say, ask and you shall get. It is now give and you shall get. You give value. So if you own a business, if you want to influence your clients or your employees, be somebody who is committed to serving your clients and employees. Or if you don't have a business yet, you work in a company, for you to become an influencer, become somebody who is committed to providing solution, asking to help out. All these things will make you to become influential. Simply put, influence is service.
This is this is amazing. This is something. What you're saying just made so much sense to me because doing this podcast, being consistent can be likened to being focused, right?
Yes, that's it. Consistent. Yes.
Okay. So consistency breeds influence, according to the analogy
Consistent.
you just according to the example you just gave.
Yes, consistency attracts attention. Consistency attracts attention. And when you are consistent in serving, when you are consistent in providing value, when you are consistent in giving, you attract attention. And when people come to you, you become somebody who has influenced the way they think and they perceive you. Does it make sense?
Yeah, it
So
does make sense.
but if you become jack of all trade, you do one thing, you dabble on things, you do things, you dabble on things, you do this and dabble on things, you will not attract attention. You will not be influential. You need to be consistent and be known for something. That is influence.
According to one of your stories, like when you were starting out, you had the support, you had your wife who was she pregnant then, helping you to like share flyers or doing
Yeah.
some marketing for you on the street. So how did you feel um going through that process?
Well, the journey is to any achieving anything is not ever easy. I have this belief, this sort of value that when the going is tough, the tough will get going. And there is always a beginning to everything. And I have grown to believe that our past is not equal to our future. So when you begin something, the beginning is very tough. Everything is tough at the beginning. Be it marriage, if maybe you got married to somebody you so much love, as soon as you get married, the first, second year is tough. Be it a business, anything at the beginning is very tough. Everything from the beginning is tough. But if you have that mindset and believe that anything new is tough and you just keep at it, you just keep at it, you just keep at it, you just do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. So if you keep at it and you consistency, you build momentum, then that is when the result and opportunity comes. So, and that comes from the power of focus, knowing what you want, starting with the end in mind and you're consistently doing what you need to do, upgrading your skill, learning new skill, asking for help. That is what happened. You build momentum, and that is success. Success is defined as a continuous achievement of a worthy goal. Success is not a destination, it's a journey we travel to. It's a journey we travel for the rest of our life.
You said something very interesting just now, like with the end in mind. Start with the end in mind. What do you mean by that?
Starting with the end in mind is it gives you peace of mind. Is deciding what you want to do, and this is for example now. The very clear example I'll give now. If I am now in the UK and I want to travel to America, for example, all right? If I begin to worry about how will I get to the airport, who will be the pilot that will take me there, that will kill me. It will make me to get discouraged. But if I have my mind, I make up my mind, I am going to America next week Saturday. I'm going to see a business partner. That is the end of the mind. So I now begin to plan now, buy my tickets, check my passports, check the terminal I'm going to travel to through Heathrow Airport, go through the process because I have the end in mind. I am going to America next week Saturday. So if you have a business, telling the end in mind is this. You say, I am starting a business. For the next 5 years, I want to build the business to become a 10 million pounds worth of business. So you start today, you're working towards building a business that is 10 million pounds. So until you achieve that 10 million pounds, you are still in the process. So if today you are not making any profit, you will say, I know I'm not where I want to go. I am going to make 10 million pounds in the next 5 years. That's what I mean.
Yeah, because some of us we kind of put ourselves down because we want to think the whole process through and check who's going to be the pilot, who's going to be at the check-in counter, who's going to be the air hostess, if the flight is going to be, what color of the seat um, that will be on the flight, what color of air hostess, what will be their uniform. They just go with these details and they get so the whole journey gets fuzzy and
Yes.
we analyze and it
Yes.
paralyzes. So having the end in mind kind of like you don't need to bother yourself with the intricacies of how to get there, but just know you are getting there.
The simple thing is just to have a vision and clarify your direction. A vision of what you want to create and if what you want to become. Then the direction is you stay in your track, you work steadily towards it, right? Because sometimes people don't know, people don't have that vision. When I say vision, is the big picture of what you want to create, the big thing you want to do, right? The big thing, the big vision you want to create. Now you not start today, you work towards it gradually with a mindset, and in the process, this is very key. You can't do it by yourself. You must ask for help. And there are different ways you can ask for help. Either you ask to get a mentor, you can afford getting a mentor, get a mentor. You must ask for help. You cannot do everything by yourself. Ask for help as much as you can. You can get some help for free, some are paid one. Like for me, I had to get a mentor who told me if it's XYZ, this is how you're going to do it. If I can afford the mentoring, I get it and I do it. So you have leverage mentoring. You must leverage the help of people in the process. And most importantly, it's not everybody you share your idea or your dream with. There are people who will discourage you, most especially people for your family, people who are very close to you because they know you at this stage, they know you are weak, they know you don't have money, they know you are struggling. They will not believe you. If you tell them a big vision, they will say, ah, look at you, not you, I know, you that I see yesterday. You, what do you think? Come and go and sit down. And if you keep hearing that, come and go and sit down. If you keep hearing that every day, that feedback, it will now feed your mind, your subconscious mind, you'll now begin to believe, oh, I think I can't do it because they said I cannot do it. And that's what happens.
Wow. See, you've outdone yourself on this episode because we were not expecting so much value from you today. I was expecting 100. Now you're giving me like 300. So I'm very I'm very very grateful because you always turn up. So yeah,
Thank
what
you.
are you working on now? Because we're running up on this show now. What are you working on now?
I'm working on my book. It's a very tight schedule because I'm working on a book titled Thriving in the Marketplace. The book is for those who want to go into who have a story, who have a message, who have a passion to make a difference to the world, and want to get into the business of coaching, speaking, and consulting and entrepreneurship. So I'm working on that book big time. Hopefully, fingers crossed, I'll make it a target. And secondly, I'm working on my website so that I can showcase what I know, what I do on my brand new website I'm rebranding. So that is one of my key things I'm really focusing on. And I have a big event. I have been invited to come and speak at London Olympia. April is it April, one of the dates, April 20 something in London Olympia in April. Then in June in Birmingham, I invited to come and speak. I think that would be one of my biggest outfits in the UK. So that is the things I'm really looking forward to. This year is very exciting, and I'm looking to launch some of my projects back up in Nigeria. So hopefully, I will kickstart that also in March or April. I want to go and set up an academy. It's a coaching academy where I want to train and certified professionals to become coaches, not only in Nigeria but across 4 West African countries. So I'm recruiting people now. I have about 12 people in my team. So that's a big project. That's a legacy I want to leave for myself with what I do. So those are the main things, few things I can talk about right now.
Wow, that is huge. 2020 is very exciting for all of us. So and
Yeah.
see, someone is listening to you now and they will say, man, you know what? I need to get a focus coach, how would they get in touch with you?
Very easy. You can send me an email. And again, I want to give you a very special offer because it's set to always come back to Diaspora podcast. So if you're listening to me and you need to find a clear sense of direction for what you do, or you need to be able to overcome something that's holding you back, I will give you a free 30 minutes breakthrough coaching session. And during this session, I will help you to clarify your vision and your goal. And also, I will help you to look into and uncover some of the challenges that might be standing in your way, slowing you down, or stopping you might not be aware of. And also, I will help to create a three-step action of what you can do to move forward towards the goal and the vision we're going to establish. And most importantly, you will leave this session with me renewed, re-energized, and highly motivated to make this happen. And it's absolutely free. I'm going to give it to you. Normally, I charge £595 for this section. And if you are interested, send me a private email to Efe, that is EFE, at focusguru.com. That is Efe at focusguru.com. Or you can call me with my private number 079 444 26005. If you live in the UK, if you live outside the UK, for example, it's plus 4479 444 26005.
Wow, thank you very much. So you heard it, guys. So if you're thinking of clarifying your vision, clarifying your focus, there's no other place to go but to like have a quick one with the focus guru. He would
Okay.
like he has given you everything that he says that he's going to give you. And if you want more, you can just email him at efe at focusguru.com. And Efe, thank you very much for being a guest on our show today. And
Thank you,
we are
Mr.
always
Skill.
grateful to have you. And we're looking forward to your upcoming book project.
Yes.
And we'll certainly have you here before the launch date or when the book is launched. So
Thank you.
thank you once again.
Thank you very much. And thank you for having me. It's been a great time talking with you. And I hope to connect with your audience one more time again.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you again for spending your time with us and for listening to this episode. Today, I have a bonus for you, which is 24 digital products ideas for 2020. So just subscribe, or better still, just download it for free and get some ideas on how you can incorporate or start designing or creating your digital products and leveraging your skills. So, this is Victor Osio, the host of the Diaspora Entrepreneurs Podcast. If you have any issues, you can send me an email, victor at diasporashifts.com. It's victor at diasporashifts.com. Thank you very much.